Macron is trying to break through months of deadlock to find a new prime minister. France still has no permanent government, almost 2 months after the parliamentary election that ended up with no clear winner. Today, Macron will be hosting two former French presidents, Francois Hollande from the left and Nicolas Sarkozy from the right. Also today, he's sitting down with two potential candidates for prime minister, Bernard Cazeneuve of the centre-left and Xavier Bertrand of the centre-right. France 24's Clovis Casali is keeping a close eye on all of this now for us from the Elysée Presidential Palace. He joins me now from there. Clovis, the front runner in this race so far seems to be Bernard Cazeneuve, who has already been prime minister once before. He met with President Macron already today. Tell us a bit more about who he is and how likely it is he'll get the job.
Well, Bernard Cazeneuve clearly is one of the favourites, if not the favourite. He comes from the left wing originally. He left the Socialist Party because he was in disagreement with his party line of conducting an alliance with the radical left, France en barre of Jean-Luc Mélenchon. And that's a point in common he's got with Emmanuel Macron. He doesn't want to see the radical left in a government. Bernard Cazeneuve met for about an hour, 15 minutes with the French president here at the Elysée Palace. When he left, he did the bise to the French president. Do you want to see any sign there? I'll leave you to it. It has to be said that the two men know each other extremely well. They were in government together under Francois Hollande, and the former French president Francois Hollande also met here with Emmanuel Macron, meeting face-to-face. Surely Hollande told him that Cazeneuve is a good candidate. He has the experience. He was also, of course, the interior minister during the Paris attacks under Francois Hollande. Other key meetings today, Nicolas Sarkozy, former French president, of course, from the right wing, and then Xavier Bertrand, centre-right politician who could be also a prime minister. And let me tell you that there's a new name coming up in the last few minutes, and that is Thierry Baudet. He comes from the civil society. He's the president of the Economic, Social and Environmental Council. He's met several times with President Macron in the past. He's seen more towards the left, which could be a good sign for the left-wing bloc, the New Popular Front. Thierry Baudet, who's also a former school teacher.
Clovis, you mentioned former President Nicolas Sarkozy a moment ago. Also, former President Francois Hollande from the left is meeting with President Macron today. I mean, what's the thinking there? Is Macron just looking for advice from his predecessors?
Well, I don't know if he's really seeking for advice, but at least he's talking to them, and that's showing the French people that President Macron is ready to speak to the left, to the right, and also ready to get some kind of points of views from other senior politicians and, of course, former presidents. It is indeed significant. What is important here to understand for our viewers is that why is it taking so long for President Macron to find a prime minister? Well, it's because no party has an outright majority, an absolute majority at the National Assembly. Not even a bloc, not even the left-wing bloc, the New Popular Front, that did finish ahead of all the others during the past snap elections. Therefore, any candidate, any potential prime minister runs the risk of not surviving a vote of no confidence at the National Assembly. And that's why it's important for the French president to talk to all political parties to see who they would potentially support, back, or at least vote for in the National Assembly once the prime minister is named. And of course, you have the very important question of the budget. France needs to vote for its budget for 2025, and those talks are set to start early October. Really, time is running out for the French president. He needs to find a name extremely quickly. Tomorrow, today maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
All right, Clovis, thanks for that. That's our Clovis Casali at the Elysée Presidential Palace.